Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are and what you're doing. This is Welcome to Grassrooted. Not a very good start, this is it. Grassrooted, episode 8. I am Rick, as always.
And Dan is here as well.
Welcome back. Hope you've had a busy Grassrooted week. We have again, haven't we?
Mate, we need to adopt 4-day working weeks, I think, for me and you.
I just rocked up outside your house there, I was like, feels like deja vu, I was last year. It's literally 7 days, but it's just like that, isn't it?
I know, just the weekends are just mad. The mint,
but they're just chaotic, aren't they?
Mental.
Football City.
It's good though.
We'll be getting chucked up, you'll be getting divorced, and we'll be getting camp beds up the pitch,
no, I'm alright, because Siobhan plays as well,
true, yeah. Aye, we'll get there, man.
So what we doing? Shall we do a rundown of what's happened this week first?
Yeah, go on, we'll start there.
So, we were back, weren't we, with the Washington Juniors Cup, I think it's called?
Yes, the Belmont, which is Durham AFC. Is it AFC Durham, whatever it's called?
I think it's Durham City Ladies now, you know.
Oh, right.
Durham
University is what it is. Yeah.
New Ferns Park, anyway.
Yeah, so we were back there. First time I'd been there. It was chaotic, to say the least, wasn't it?
The only good thing I like about Belmont is there's an empty pitch.
Yeah.
You know, there's like an area where we can kick about.
And it's close.
Yeah.
That was only
I
benefit.
mean, some of the parents, Johnny was quite, asking because it's easier to get to.
Oh, it is.
I mean, you don't have the faff of QR codes and that, do you?
But you got to pay £2 for parking.
£2 parking.
Plus your £15 to play and your league fees and this and insurance.
No, it was on for like less than an hour, innit?
Yeah, that's all we were there for, wasn't it? But no, we started off well that match, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had debut goalkeeper, standing goalkeeper Zach.
Yeah, I don't know why he's decided he wants to be the backup keeper.
I know, fair play. So what was the final score? 4-1.
4-1 to Jarrow. Yeah,
it wasn't a bad match. I think Jarrow. I don't think they were a good team, were they?
They were dirty. I thought.
A lot of terrible language.
Yeah, a couple of the lads mentioned that the kids were swearing at them, so we declined to give them a man of the match.
Yeah, because it was 7-year-olds shouldn't know language like that.
It was. I mean, maybe it was me being a little bit chewy, but my vote for the opposition man of the match was whichever kid wasn't swearing. Yeah,
they were.
I'm going to get a good hiding one day, and I'm being funny, but
it's right though. Like, and that coach, there's no way he couldn't have heard that because we heard it. And I think we finished 4-1.
Yeah,
Panda nearly scored from Panda won a goal second half. Did he nearly scored? Well, did he hit the bar? He hit the bar, didn't he?
I don't think it was far off.
It was flicked over the bar. Anyway, yeah. Rocco decked that lad. That was good.
He was like a ninja, wasn't he?
I know, yeah. I don't know where the bandy legs come from. Zach never had a fight, which is always a good thing.
Zach didn't have a fight. He pulled off some good saves.
He did.
Their coach actually gave him man of the match. Panda did well, setting out and goal line. Rocco's, you can see every game now where he's playing outfield. He's learned a little bit more. He still wants to be amongst it though.
Yeah, he wants to be. I actually grafted his backside off again, did he?
Yeah,
he always does graft, and he always had a little smile on his face, doesn't he? You look at him when he's taking the throw, he's just smiling all the time.
Seb had that fire in his belly.
Yeah, Seb, the old Seb +1's back, isn't
he?
He was giving it a good rock all, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
What was that? We scored first, didn't we? No, we scored second.
He scored,
and then that celebration.
He did the twerk.
I don't know what Johnny and Kelly are showing him at home, but
he turned it to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, he did. It was funny that though. Everyone was laughing. And then when he was chewing on that big lad, the littlest lad on the pitch,
he squared up to him and said something like, "You just watch, lad," or something like that. Yeah, finger in his face.
And he kept staring at him running past him, didn't he? That was mint, that though.
That's the thing is,
that's what we want.
When he's got that fire in his belly, same with Zach.
Yeah.
Because Johnny actually said, didn't he, after the game? He said, before the game, we need to bloody kick our Seb and kick your Zach, and he bloody tended.
Well, often used to swing Zach round by his ankles and he used it, yeah. But it looks like he's to get off of the people's parents.
Yeah, but I mean, you could tell that they'd had a couple of weeks away because it was a little bit.
It never does them any good, does
it? On it. The first half, especially, was a little bit all over. And then they kind of settled it. But that's the only shame about the league that they're in, where you're playing like 15 minutes. In fact, that ref, because we always time it.
Enough, wasn't it?
I mean, it's only a minute, but like when they've trekked all that way, and you've got a couple of subs in that, and the kids are getting like 20, 25 minutes of football, and you think we're paying a tenner for this.
I know it's.
All the parents are middle of the day.
Yeah. Should be at least 20. I mean,
what's the limit? Is it like 15 to 25 at that age, or 15 to 20?
It's an hour maximum, isn't it? So I suppose you could do 2 20-minute halves, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
As long as you don't exceed that hour.
Yeah, it's money, man.
That's what it is, because if you did 20 minutes each way, that'd be 40 minutes. So you'd have to. It wouldn't fit. You wouldn't be able to fit 2 games in an hour, would you?
But so we're back at Belmont this week.
Yes.
And then we're back at the hub after that.
That should be alright.
So we must be just at Belmont while they're finishing, like, because the Nines had another.
Oh, of course, they've got double headers, haven't they?
So that must just be while they're cramming all the other games in, playing catch up.
I do prefer the hub. It's a bit more travelling, but I do.
Yeah, I think the pitch.
It's quality.
The pitch was tiny at Belmont as well, wasn't it?
There was no markers. There was like crappy cones and
a cone on each corner.
Yeah.
And you've got like the width of this breakfast bar between 2 pitches, because you had to colour that much because you were almost in the box, weren't you?
Excuse me, mate, you're on the pitch. Excuse me, mate, you're on the pitch. Mate, you're on the pitch. What? You're on the pitch. Get off. Oh, sorry, mate. What did you? Sorry, fella.
Aye, sorry, fella.
Rocco said. Rocco was out. He said, "Daddy was giving you a funny look," and you turned away. I thought, "Of course he is." Shit house.
Yeah. So
we give Archie man of the match. No, yes, Seb got our goal, didn't he? Yeah, and he grafted, didn't he? So we give him man of the match.
Yeah, we give it a Seb, and obviously their coach shouted out Zach.
Yeah.
So that was the
under 8.
That was the 8. Nines
had a double header, didn't they? Again?
Nines had another double header. So the first game they lost 3-0 to a Sunderland side, with Jonah getting man of the match. And the second game, they've turned it around because they've struggled for the last few weeks, haven't they? And they beat Washington side 2-0 with Mason, who they also AKA'd as the Little Messi.
The Little Messi.
He picked up man of the match for that
Fair
game.
Play. So, it's nice when they get a win to 10. That was just this age, just the kids. The world are good to get a win. People say it's not about the winning, but I think sometimes a little win doesn't hurt, does it? If you're constantly hammering teams.
I mean, there was a point with Max in the 11s, I think they might have been when they were at under 9, where they were getting pumped every week. Yeah. And just, the parents started mourn, and, people started thinking, is the grass greener on the other side? And then you turn it around and you beat a team, and all of a sudden, best team ever.
I know.
So, nice to the funny.
There's a fine line between, at all this, there's no winners, there's only participants. There's a fine line between obsessed with winning and, sports day, you don't win medals, but you go for job interviews, there's always somebody who wins because they get the job.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a.
So, that was the 9s. And then we move on to the 11s.
The 11s.
So we're back at Seaton for what?
It's always a good battle at Seaton, isn't it?
The third time in, what is it, about 5 weeks? With the ladies included?
Will be, yeah.
What game?
It was a good game. I mean, we won. It was a 2-1 victory. So that's 2 on the bounce. But do you know what I like about Seaton? And I'm being complimentary here. It's always a nice, tough battle. And I think we play well. We play better in games like that when it's a good... Even that coach at me, it's always a good battle against yous.
Well, as the likes of Moore, Moore is normally will just plough through everyone. So I think when someone gives it back, he enjoys it. Do you know what I mean?
It's good for them as well.
Big, tall lad, haven't they? Yeah. Who they played up front in the second half. And he puts himself about.
Oh, he does, yeah. It's like Clash of Thunder with them two.
It is. And it's nice, because, we got a penalty, but the majority of the challenges from both sides are strong but fair.
Yeah, they're strong but fair, yeah.
I mean, if you're chasing somebody back into the box and your last ditch sliding in, and that, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. It's probably going to happen again.
It was a good battle. I really enjoyed that game. And
end-to-end stuff really as well, wasn't it?
And the 3...
Yeah, the debutees. I don't know what the word is, but it kept underlining on my review. So, we start... We've got to give them a special mention,
haven't we? Do, yeah. So, what, we start at the back?
Yeah, start at the back with Sam. Last minute duck. Thursday night, 9:30, found out we didn't have a keeper. Panic stations galore. You text Sam's dad. Fair play to them. He said, yep, he'll have a go.
He's been training with us a while.
Oh, yeah, he's been trained, yeah.
I mean, he's
only little goals and on the grass, though, and on the Astro, not.
The first time we've had a real good look at him on that Astro was when we did those, little 1-2s and shooting those of the weekend.
2 week 3, yeah. He impressed me on Saturday.
He was quiet when he first came, but, he the way he chucks himself about, especially like a training last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just went for it, didn't we?
Yeah, he was sharp off his line, though, wasn't he?
He was.
And I'll tell you what, I think I noticed as well. Every ball was saved first time in his hands.
Yeah.
And he made a couple of vital saves. And he can't, considering he didn't had any of the team, any of the players, never played before. The job he did, mate, was.
I know. You think a 10-year-old lad, and he's got, more Harrison and Max in front of him. He doesn't go to school with any of those lads.
No.
Because there's Fishburn, Setchfield, and Fishburn, Middleham, and Trimden lads, aren't they? And Sam Setchfield. So he did well.
No, he did well. I was thoroughly impressed, and especially goalkeeper, man. It's always a non-favourable position, but he did well.
Yeah, he did.
Like I say, he's fair play to lad. He got us over a hole. So, and then who was next? We'll go Harrison next there. HP
on his second debut.
Yes, he was Iceman, wasn't he? He was at the back. He was taking them touches, and nothing got past him. Watching Max together was just like. I imagine that's what happens if you try and drive your car in the Alps. You know what I mean?
Well, he was so him and Max.
They used to play together, didn't they?
Harrison was one of the OGs, man, when the team started. So, they alternated in that role at 5-a-side, and then at 7-a-side, they were like the two at the back.
But he just brought that calmness to a centre half, didn't he? He was taking a touch and watching the ball and thinking about where to go. He wasn't just the Rick style of just lamping it forward. He took a touch, played it, and he got himself out of some situations very quickly. Got the team out of a situation by a little touch. Took it calmly and then thought, had a look up, bang, and played the ball out.
He knocked a few over the top, didn't he, for Lou and Alf to run onto.
Which is something we've never had before at that position.
There was one dodgy bounce that come up, and I thought, oh no, you can see, but he still turned it round, won the ball back, and played it on. It was nice. It was nice to see, and to see he's played a lot of football for us, but that was his first
9v9 as well, wasn't it?
Against a tough side.
Yeah, it's Seaton. We didn't we, about debuts against Seaton, because it's no disrespect, and they are a tough team, and you don't want to be. It's like baptism of fire, but they held their own, and fair play to them. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And there was James out on the right, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the other one. What did we sign up on? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday after training?
Yes,
he said, "Oh, sorry, let's."
Yeah, Wednesday, Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday night we made the decision. I think he must have texted his mum on. He's done on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But he's like a whip at that kid.
And say another lad who's not playing football competitively, I think he plays on the school team or something like that, but it was watching him just skinning lads super fast, but with his head up.
I was about to say, he had his head up constantly. He was always looking for. You could see he had a football brain, because he wasn't thinking about now. He was thinking about a step ahead, which is what Lewis and Alfie need, because Lewis thinks a step ahead of where he's going, and Alfie's starting to. So if you've got them two thinking, where am I going to go next? Once they've learned to work together, James will play that ball one step ahead, and Lewis and Alfie are already one step ahead, and it's a lot of steps. But
thinking him and Moore down that right hand side, because obviously we have Moore right back, didn't we? James right midfield.
Just every time he picked that ball up, he was away. It was just away. He was going past him. He was very selfless, wasn't he? Which is good.
He was, and you know what as well? He listened, so there was a couple of times when he was, the player was on the left-hand side of the pitch, and I said to him, James, just pull out, and then you've got all that space, and, credit him, he did.
He did. And he nearly scored towards the end, didn't he?
Yes.
We pushed on in the last...
Aye.
You can read the full review on Facebook.
Yeah.
But he was close at the end, wasn't he? I think he just ran away with him, just a touch, didn't he? But I could dizzy when I go that far up the pitch, you know what I mean?
You didn't on Friday night, though, did you?
No, I didn't on Friday night, no. Hat-trick. Just saying.
Lewis...
Got another 2, didn't he?
Yeah, so his first goal was cool as out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, ball, was it over the top or through the middle or something like that for him? I think
it was through the middle, wasn't it?
He just gave the keeper the eye, didn't he? And he slotted it at the near post.
Near post, yeah.
And then second one was just, he is our penalty taker now, isn't he?
You could see he's just like...
No one was stopping that.
I noticed he takes one deep breath and bang.
Yeah. The goalie was dancing, it was proper Bruce.
Yeah, to be fair, I give the goalkeepers some due. I like that little move.
Yeah.
It's what we try and get our keepers to do.
Yeah. Pull funny faces.
It's all part of the game, isn't it? Do you know what I
mean? No one was stopping that.
No.
That's also on Facebook.
It's on Facebook if you want to check it out.
Darren over at Seaton fired us some
for the video. Yep. Fair play. It's nice when coaches work together.
Yeah, it is. It's a shame though, Darren. I know that you listened, that you couldn't set up your new fancy tour properly. So Next season, if we cross paths again, you better
help him.
We might tell you how to do it because later on in the
so good asking me, it'll end up on the floor upside down, back to front, man.
Yes, that later on in the when we come to our updates, we do have an update about game footage. So yeah, so thanks again, Darren, for that. The 16s, I've just had a look, and they played away at Hebben, who they actually beat in the semi-final of the Cup.
2-1. 2-1?
They won 2-1 in the semis of the Cup, yeah. So they went back to Hebben, and Hebben obviously, have done some work, and thought we're going to get them back for not
maybe the Cup. Scouts watching,
must have been
in the bushes or something.
Yeah,
that sounds weird, doesn't it?
They lost away at Hebben, but Fishburn's still in the final of the Cup and Hebben aren't, so
there you go. Winning's winning. Trophy's a trophy.
Yeah. And that's it for the roundup of whatever you're in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Just think how long the roundups are going to be soon.
I know, yeah. Want the news.
Yes, so news. Go on, Rick.
So, women's team is always strength from strength. More players. There was more players yesterday, wasn't there? Yesterday and Tuesday. A lot more interest.
Yeah, there was. Yesterday, 2 players stood out for me yesterday because I've not really seen much of them before. So I thought Bella.
Oh yeah.
Although she did play at Seaton, but we put her I think she was on the wing or up front when she.
She was up front, but I think maybe she's
in defence yesterday, man.
On the right, maybe because she was really strong.
Yeah, and she's quick.
Oh, yeah, very quick.
It was funny though because she kept apologising, didn't she?
Oh, I know. I was like, Bella, man, stop apologising. She's like, sorry. I was like, shut up, man. No, you don't apologise.
And the other one who stood out for me, I didn't notice it as much in game, but it was when I was looking at the drone footage last night. Hannah, who had the Borough top on.
Yeah,
she scored a really good goal.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the work last night, but it killed my laptop because I was trying to.
I was too busy licking my wounds.
But she beat Siobhan. So she beat Siobhan, and then she slotted it right in the far corner. Like it was right in the far corner. Right. It was a really good goal. So I don't know. She's signed on, or she's doing the bits to sign anyway. So we have a massive squad, aren't we? For the game.
News, big news. The women's Karen's now fully qualified FA coach. So that's you know what I mean. It's always an achievement, isn't it?
She's
fully DBS.
She's got a level 1. A DBS has come back, and she's actually at that. Isn't she at, I think, tonight?
What is that tonight? Yeah, with Katie.
Well, Katie might not be there now.
No.
But yeah, she's at some
development, newly qualified.
So you get credits against your account. Yeah. So I think they go towards ultimately if you go for your level 2. Don't you?
It's level 2.
We did that goalie one, didn't we?
Yeah. They're still looking for a shirt sponsor for their. We've got one sponsor, which was Ellen's company who we talked about last week. But if there's anyone else out there wants to name on a up and coming ladies shirt.
Yeah, because it's going to be quiet on it. I think we looked at a few ideas and then kind of backwards and forwards, deciding what they wanted. So, that's still out there, but it's just a brand now, Fishburn, and everyone's
it's a brand. You'll see us on the Times Square and what's the other one in London where we'll be on the billboards, man. There'll be sticker albums.
Piccadilly Circus.
All the Fishburn classics.
It is
your dad there when he's tashing a bullet. If you're on FIFA Zoom, I'll be like, local league Fishburn. No, that's it, yeah. So that's women's news. 11s, we've got a new toy.
Yes, so we've
and ahed about this, haven't we, for a bit?
We started looking at ways to record the games, not just for the 11s, was it really? It was more for for the women's.
It was just for everything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was more of a tactical aid, wasn't it? A coaching aid.
And then Seaton had messaged last week saying they were going to record the game if we were cool with it, and so straight away I was like, "What have you bought?"
Yeah, because the geeking, yeah.
A new toy for me is it doesn't matter if it plugs in. It's if it's electrical, I might be mess around with it. So we've got some fancy new gimbal thing, the same as what Seaton have.
So it might be set up right, hopefully. No pressure, Dan.
Yeah, Darren, I'm going to set it up right. So we probably test it out on Sunday when we have our extra training, I think.
Yeah.
Just to see what it's like.
Just we can get an idea, can't we?
We've got a big 4-metre tripod, that'll be it tomorrow.
That's not really 11's news, that's more of a club thing. That's for everybody.
That's just mining your empire, innit?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just like a good gadget.
But obviously the 11's news is the 3 new signings.
3 new signs, really, isn't it?
There's some tournaments that we've been looking at, isn't there?
Yes. I tagged you in one. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, somebody works for Yarm. Wesley Ham play. Is it Elementus or something? Or?
Oh yes, a lot out from work. Yeah.
Hopefully, got a Cox. We need to start paying for that Cox tournament as well, don't we?
Yeah. So there's that. I think the big one really this week is because obviously we're going to be back on the grass from next week, aren't we?
Yeah, because we've got no 8th news really, have we? Nothing's really apart from a new venue, but
yeah.
We talked about changing positions last year, so the 8's been quite boring this week, haven't they? No offence, 8s.
Yeah, just normal, innit, for the 8s. No, nothing juicy really. I know we do have that tournament that we've booked in.
Double header weekend.
But it's more the new teams, innit? So the 10s.
The 10s has been a big development there, hasn't it?
Yes. So they will be starting training next Tuesday, so that is the 28th.
And you're going to have to be 28th.
Is it the 28th? I should know because I got paid the 28th.
Wish I did.
Well, it is. It's 28th.
28th. So next Tuesday, the 28th of March.
6 till 7 p.m. at the legendary Fishburn about.
On grass.
The under 10s.
If you are already interested or already training with us, you are welcome to come along. You can tell your friends. If you know of anybody who's interested, male or female, boy or girl, whichever way you want to word it, you're all welcome. We only have one rule, well, 2 rules. They want to play football and shin pads. Unfortunately, the FA say that's the boring bit, and it should be a disclaimer. But other than that, get yourselves along. First session's free. So give it a try. If you bring your son, your daughter, they don't like it, and they want to go home after 15 minutes, that's fine. But if you want to stay and come back, that's also fine. We just want to make it for the community, don't we? Everyone's welcome.
We would describe last week as a groundsman's nightmare, weren't we? Trying to set all these teams.
Groundsman's nightmare,
yeah. We spoke about the pitch situation before, haven't we? So hopefully we should be all right for that way.
So if you're in year 4 or 5, it's current school age, get yourself along.
Yeah, and when this team sets away, it'll be 9-a-side, won't it?
Be 9-a-side, and there'll be home and away games Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
I would have thought Russell Foster, won't it? Obviously, always supervised by fully qualified coaches, fully DBS, all that safeguarding stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's always done. It's always... So get yourselves along. It'll be exciting.
And the other one is the girls' team, innit?
Oh, yeah.
All good. But so that again, hopefully, next week or the week after, we just don't have a date, a day or a time yet. And
but you know, Katie's
at herself, actually. So...
We've got probably 4 or 5 interested, but obviously that's girls only.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple that there's a couple that I've spoken to in the playground, parents, and they're like, oh yeah, put my name down. There's a few messages coming in now, so I think once we get a date,
it's more concrete.
Or they're like, we'll do it. You know, for example, I don't know, every Wednesday or at 6 or something like that. Then people will come along and try it, and then word spreads, and then you're like, oh, I went training last night. Did you? And then all of a sudden, you've got like 10 people there. Do
you know what? I can't wait to get back to the Burnabout.
Oh, aye.
Get the light nights, and it's quite warm today. I've had no jacket on all day.
It's nice up there in the summer. I'm looking for midweek friendlies, mate.
Midweek friendlies after work.
Yeah.
Ideal.
So, that's it, innit?
I think so. For now.
So we haven't had a gripe for a while.
No, we haven't.
And something popped up, didn't it?
But yes, this is a bone of contention, I think, and I don't even have the words to describe this gripe because it's just preposterous. I like that word. I haven't used it for a while, but it's around centering around new players. Now, I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm on social media quite a bit, and I do run the legendary pages. But I'm sick of seeing kids' teams saying trials. Come along for a trial. A bloody trial. You're not a criminal.
It's and it's when it's worded as we need a goalie. We will be holding trials.
Trials. I mean,
like 8-year-olds.
8-year-old trials. You're gonna kill them. You're gonna metaphorically destroy their love in the game. So what if they can't kick a ball properly first time they come out? So what if they can't save it first time? That's your job, our job, a coach's job to make them better. Mm-hmm. Now I'm ranting now because it's just bloody preposterous. How can a 7-year-old go on trial? You know, it's just you're setting a kid up to fail. If they want to play football, let them play football. Because I guarantee you, some of the kids that are on trial won't enjoy it half as much as the kids that just turn and have a kick about. Too much pressure, man. Get a grip of yourselves.
This is probably... Maybe we're doing it wrong, Rick. Maybe it's instead of, us letting 25 kids come and train on a small 5-a-side pitch
and have fun and smile. And
we should say, no, go away, you're not good enough.
Yeah,
or
dressing in kick boots.
We've got 2 age groups who train with the 11s at the moment.
Sorry, we can't take you unless you're mint.
Yeah, a couple of younger lads training with the 8s, just because they want to play.
Just because they want to play.
They're paying the money, they're supporting the club. So
what harm does it do? Cherry picking players at this age. There's plenty of time when you go start going for jobs and you haven't got the job and you this, that, the other. Let the kids really play football. There's too many. Do you know what it is? It's coaches' egos. We all like to win. Yeah, I get that. But I know you're the same as me. We take more satisfaction from little child X or child B or coming off the pitch having fun saying, "Can I come back next week, Mum, Dad?" Because that's what it's all about. And simple. Don't have trials because one day you'll be on trial when you've got no team because no one will want to play for you.
I reckon as well, the same people that have these trials
narcissistic
are the people that say looking for a low-level friendly.
Don't be saying low-level friendly, but I've got 6 academy players. You're not low-level, mate, are you? You're just a prat.
We have covered the account, haven't we? Yeah. We have gone over the low-level tournament and stuff like that as well, but it's going to be the same sort of people. I mean, a professional club, an adult professional club, maybe you wanted centre back, you will all trials, but
but we're not professional clubs, though, mate, are we?
Exactly, that's what I mean. Not 8-year-olds.
We're playing a grass field, the council field. It's
with
not
molehills.
With molehills, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Little bunny rabbits with twinkly ears. But there's plenty of time for trials when they're old enough. But let them play football, because they might not be the greatest player in the world. They might not be able to kick a ball, but it might be their one release. It might be their wave just for an hour, forgetting about the world and having a kick about with the mates, making new mates. Let them play football. So what if your goalkeeper lets 10 in? Does he come off smiling? Yeah, but don't I want a trial.
Yeah, your goalie lets 10 in, but then pulls one worldly save off.
Yeah.
We've had games when we've shipped a few goals.
Yeah.
But then, towards the end, the defenders pulled off a great tackle or, like that. There's been times with Rocco, man, where you can just tell he's not at it, and then all of a sudden, bump, he pulls off a worldie.
But all kids do, though, don't
exactly. But,
how many times have we looked at Gene and thought, how have you got that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I just think trials, it's a silly word. Invite people to come along and train. Some kids actually don't want to play. We've got kids who don't want to play matches.
Oh, yeah.
We've got adults to play with us who just want to come along for a kick about, big crack.
There's a couple of lads who train with us who just, want to come and have a kick about because a couple of the mates do, Maybe next year they might go,
yeah,
I'm really good now, I understand this and I understand that. Then they might want to play, and that's the kind of atmosphere that we want to build.
But you know what, though, as well, I think kids' self-esteem won't do any good so we get little Bobby, Johnny, Brian, whatever, comes to us and go, "No, mate, you crap, disappear." He might then, So I'm rubbish at football. So then he might think, well, I don't want to go and play cricket. I don't want to try tennis. I don't want to try badminton. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will grow up thinking it's stupid. It's an old
you like that one?
I love that saying. I'll do like the same. But let your kids be kids. Let them play.
Let them play. Come to Fishburn.
Yeah,
because
we'll take anybody as long as a child wants to kick a ball, he can welcome to Fishburn. Simple.
What's like Siobhan said last night to me. She said, it's like a proper. We're living to our name now. It's Fishburn Community Football Club. Yesterday.
How many people said that yesterday on the touchline?
There was 20 odd people there yesterday. So there was a mix of. There was obviously the.
And it was Mother's Day.
It was Mother's Day. There was the ladies' team there. Yeah. There was a couple of under 9s there.
Yeah. Rossi and Jax was there.
And Woodsy.
Woodsy, for good can't.
Woodsy actually played in a tournament.
He did. Woodsy was my keeper.
Then Zach and Rocco were there. Then we had 6 or 7 11s, and we hit a round robin tournament. It was like 6-a-side. It was great fun.
Which my team won, by the way.
And Abby was fuming that I beat her.
Well, you didn't make me, did you?
And that's what people are commenting saying, like, this is class. We had Jodie who came along on Mother's Day and sat and stood and cooked bacon all morning.
T brought his mate, didn't he, as well?
T's friend come along. Yeah. That's what it's for, man, isn't it? Like.
Even CB had a little pop along, didn't he?
He was late though, wasn't he?
He was late. I think he was gutted. He doesn't want to admit it, does he?
But like Now, if we were a club who held trials,
then none of them would play.
Yesterday wouldn't have happened.
Not until we've assessed them for 3 weeks.
Yesterday wouldn't have happened.
No,
because we wouldn't have players. They'd go off to play for Setchfield or Coxer or Trimden or something like that.
I'd much rather be a club like that has a bit of fun and doesn't sit for an hour with a whole lesson plan of you've got to do X by this and that. Within 5 minutes, do this. So let them have fun. Rose is now, my little girl's now nearly 3, and she learns everything she learns through play.
Mm-hmm.
She learns everything. So why? There's no different for an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, even up to 12, 13, 14-year-old. Let them play. Let them play.
The good thing is, though, with our new toy, the recording thing. Because Paul was on about it yesterday, and he said, like, will you be able to share with us the recording? Because, then we can use that, so we can let them play and enjoy themselves and play games at training, and then we can say, right, watch this. You could have made this wrong.
Yeah.
And then it makes it more fun, and then they think they're famous because they're watching themselves back in a video.
Like the YouTube videos we do with the 8. Remember that? They're all up to it, like, it's like little meerkats at a zoo. And what's this? They all were there, like. You can check that on our YouTube channel, that's still there.
Yes, so the YouTube channel actually that this goes out on, the Grassrooted, so I think it's like at Grassrooted on YouTube or something like that. The highlights, there's a bit of a highlight reel filled off a GoPro. Goes on there. There will be a little montage from yesterday, and I think what we'll probably do is
hold on. Match the Day's ringing us.
Keep that.
Sorry, Gary, not today, mate. Bye.
We'll keep that channel for highlights for the games as well. So even if we just put like our goals on, providing the opposition's okay with it. Obviously the ladies' games we can trim that down highlights, and then when we start playing on Sunday, we can just put like all the pitch brawls and that, can't we?
You'll be balling up there. I'm a good boy now, man. Honestly.
Yeah, so Rick's calmed himself down now.
I know.
He said he's bit.
I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. So we are away with the 11s to Hetton on Saturday.
Hetton, yes.
Just waiting on confirmation.
The 8s are back at
Belmont. Against New Skills Whites or something like that.
Train tomorrow night as usual. 5 till 6, 6 till 7.
The last one on the Astro, and then we're back at the grass.
Usual time.
We'll have our Sunday session again. And
might have to be early this week again though, because you're going.
Well, yeah. I mean, what we might do is just turn up with the bag in the car, play for an hour, and then just head off because we're going to Amsterdam to do some sightseeing.
The podcast probably early next week for 1 week only. We'll go back to our old slot.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll just record up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, at least
we'll record it at the Bernabeu.
Live from location.
Yeah.
We'll get one of those funny, like John Watson Mac thing, them big coats with some big earphones, like, I'm live from the Bernabeu.
Yeah, so
as always, I suppose that's
about
a bit longer tonight. So because I've started ranting,
that's not too bad.
No. So as always, if you're a coach out there or a manager or a chairman, secretary, treasurer, player want to come on, let us know the crack. If you want me to rant about something on your behalf, but if you want to come and argue the trials are wrong, right? Sorry, you're not coming on, so don't even bother. Yeah. But if you want to talk about something sensible, let us know. Let us know your feedback. Let us know.
Alright,
and we'll see you. Speak to you next week.
Next time. Alright. Cheers. Catch you later.
Love you. Bye.